Hey, so I had a recommendation to do an audio for nice things to hear, and this, to be honest, is a challenge. Not because of you, and not because I can't come up with nice things to say that are applicable for the vast majority of humanity, but because I listen to audios like this, and I have the damnedest time believing any of it. An influencer on Instagram whose name utterly escapes me and my phone is downstairs, so I can't look them up. Sorry, corrections. I'm failing left, right, and center. They said, hey, stop, name 3 good things about yourself, and the best things that came to mind for me were, I'm not a serial killer, I'm eating more veggies than I used to, and I don't enjoy being mean. That's those were the only things I could come up with that I couldn't argue with off the top of my head. So I'm having a tough time with nice things that I know I would believe and that hopefully you would believe. So I'm going to ramble, and hopefully some comfort will come out of this. I even attempted writing a script. I don't do scripts. I stand in front of my microphone and I stare into space and I talk. And eventually I warm up and things sound a bit better. Sometimes I have to cut out the beginning and redo the whole thing once I'm sort of in the groove, because I have a mental map of where it's going. But even just writing out a list for this was nigh on impossible. And I've read other lists. I've read lists in Jenny Lawson's books, Furiously Happy and Broken, and those were hugely impactful to me. And just still coming up with my own was ridiculously difficult, but I've got a few, so let's go through them. The big one I had is staying alive is huge. That's literally it. Staying alive is huge. It may feel like today is a day where you can't do anything right. You can't bring anything good into the world. Nothing is working. Nothing is worth it. And this miraculous, unspeakably complicated, divine, beautiful, messy, chaotic, contradictory entity that is you is alive. You can probably hear my cat meowing downstairs. You have ears that function across a vast spectrum. Some people have different hearing than others. Right now, you are digesting with more or less ease without even having to think about it. You're breathing, maybe with difficulty, maybe easily, but you're still taking in oxygen. Your heart beats, your blood circulates, your nails grow, your hair grows. You can hear the whiny kitty. How dare you interrupt me when I'm attempting to be philosophical? You know what? Just for that, you're going to get picked up. Yeah, you are. Oh, I know you hate being picked up. And you hate meowing. Ooh, you hate purring. So you're not going to purr for the camera. Okay, down you go, down you go. And she ripped my headphones out of my ear on her break for the door. But all of those amazing, complicated processes are happening. Some of them may be a struggle, some of them may be a victory, but you're still here with all of your memories and your experiences shaping who you are, and wonder upon wonders, you choose who you are. You can choose a happy response, you can choose to react from a place of pain, you can choose to consider responding versus reacting. You can choose to smile for no good reason, just to spite fate. You can choose to sit on the couch despite diet culture, A plus to you. You can choose to go for a 5-second walk because there we go, done. You can choose so much, and you can be and do so much. Can you do as much as everyone else? Probably not. I sure can't. Can you do more than you did yesterday? Maybe, maybe not. Can you keep existing as you? Yeah. And you can choose who that is. And as hippie and weird as it sounds, that to me is phenomenal. You can choose to be anyone. You can choose to shave your head and go to a monastery in Tibet. You can choose to grow your hair down to the floor and dye it like peacock blue. You can choose to daydream about swimming with mermaids. You can choose to write an existential horror novel based on cleaning out the oven. You can choose to go eat spicy Korean food. You can choose to go eat crackers and cheese. You can choose to be you and express you in so many stunning ways. And it's so different from me, even when it's the same. Because even the way you see you, the way you feel you and are you, I can only imagine how you experience that. You are so breathtakingly unique. I can only imagine the colors your eyes see. I can only imagine how holding your own hand feels to you. It's an absolutely unspeakable mystery that you are this full, amazing universe right here that I can only glimpse and attempt to understand through vague and ineffective communication, symbols, art, music, stories, gestures, flavors, and everything. And you are so cool. It doesn't mean you don't have wounds. It doesn't mean you don't have scars of wounds that have healed. It doesn't mean you haven't made angry choices, sad choices, choices that hurt you or hurt others. It doesn't mean any of that. It means right now, you, with the potential to choose who you want to be, is amazing. And I started off with just the miracles that are biology and chance and circumstance and all those sorts of things, but you can entirely choose who you are. And that potential, that possibility, is staggering. Just genuinely staggering. So I'm going to issue you a challenge. Taking everything that you have been, everyone that you have been, everyone you've been taught to be and been because you didn't know you had a choice, or were because you didn't realize who that was, put it all down. Yeah, I know, easier said than done. May as well put your spine down next to it, but still, go with me here. If you let go of all of that and went to sleep, when you first opened your eyes, before you remembered anything about yourself, who would you be? And I challenge you to take one sliver of that person and bring it into your life. Maybe all that means is having an extra cup of tea in the afternoon. Maybe it means trying something a little new. Maybe it means not doing something. Who do I want to be? What options could I choose? And part of what I want to choose is getting out of bed earlier. It's annoying, I can't stand it, but I tend to wake up around 6 a.m. anyway, and then lounge in bed and have such a hard time getting up, and then I feel sluggish and slow because I have like an hour plus worth of things to do in the morning, including feeding meowing cats. And it's functional. It's fine. If that brings you joy, cool. But it doesn't bring me joy. And I both want to get up early and so hate it. But last night, I thought, okay, who do you want to be? And I set an alarm for 6:20. I was awake at like 5:45, but still. And I hit snooze. And I knew I was going to hit snooze, and I was okay with it. But instead of, well, I have extra alarms because I've got like 4. But instead of getting out of bed 8:30, 9, and feeling, that's not what I want to do, I was out of bed at 7:15. And I was a bit sleepy, and it was dark. And I felt good, because that's who I want to be. I want to get up at that time and do things. I have no reason to, but I do. So I'm going to challenge you to be the unique you that you want to be. And maybe I'm just sort of in a stunned and dazed mood over all of this still, because maybe I'm sleepy from getting up so early. But no matter how you feel you are, that's amazing. I am in a room that is oatmeal beige. And normally I don't go in this room ever. Like, I do the basic. I clean like one section of the floor because no one's in here and no one uses it, and then I leave. And I describe the walls as depressing oatmeal. But right now, thinking about how amazing the uniqueness of you, of me, of my neighbors, of the cats, how unique and amazing everyone is. This beige paint. It's ridiculous. It seems so unique. Like beige, okay, the color of oatmeal. Where do the oats come from? Is it the color of stone? Where would stone like that reside? Who named beige? Yes, that's slightly lame, but still, I'm going to go and Google that later and probably wind up on some sort of fascinating history thing. Also about how paint is made. And now, who painted this room? Why did they choose beige? Who were they? What were their goals? Did someone sleep in here? What were their thoughts and feelings? Did they have any idea that I'd be staring at these walls thinking, this beige both sucks and is just fascinating? So if I can find some fascination in these beige walls that I've been in for like 3 years and still haven't painted for reasons unknown. Like, if I can find beige fascinating, I guarantee there's something in you, some unique facet of you, that is divine. That was one point on my list. Staying alive is a huge task, and oh my God, that grew. None of that was in my script. And I think that's probably a good point to stop. So I challenge you, unique, amazing, potential-filled individual with countless opportunities to start, to learn, to grow, to pause, to course correct, to take just one tiny step closer to being you. Not the you you were, not the you you're supposed to be, not the you you're told you should be, but the you you are. Good luck.